There you go.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
We are going to get started in a few minutes. We're going to wait for everybody to hop on because we know it takes a minute. And I'm going to check I see already there are some questions on Facebook, but I'm assuming that you're all finding us now because you were not able to find us until just now because we were not broadcasting yet, but we are now.
Yes.
So while we're waiting for people to hop on, if you guys want to just give us a thumbs up if you can hear us and see us, and just let us know where you're watching from, that would be awesome. And we will give it some time. Oh, there's people coming on now. Great, yay! Oh, it even does captioning. Look at that.
Yeah, did you not see that?
I did not notice that. Very cool.
It is. Some of the words don't translate correctly.
I'm sure tonight, because we're going to use a lot of wizarding words.
Oh my gosh, that will be funny.
Oh, so great. Oh, I'm glad you guys all let StreamYard have permission to show us who you were, because otherwise it just says Facebook user when you comment. So welcome, Mariah and Melissa. Yay. So exciting. And Yvette. Look at all these people from these warm places, although everywhere is warm. It was 85 here today in New York.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it was 83 in Chicago, so it's warm now.
Oh, who's watching?
It was me. It was me. It was me. I fixed it.
There's always one in the crowd.
Well, it took me a minute because I just had to change my password on Facebook. And I'm like, it's like trying to get into like Gringotts because I had to like have a code sent to my phone and then an email code, and then I had to give them my blood type and my birthday.
Your firstborn child.
We got a Sarah from Ontario. Yay, Canada!
Whoa!
Oh, didn't I sing that on the last one of these? Oh, that was a podcast.
Every time, yeah.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, there's our favorite. There's Chris.
Oh, it's Chris.
Where it is warm finally, but Clovis, Land, and Buggy. Oh, it's Buggy. We don't have the bugs yet.
Mm-mm.
I'm sure we will, but not yet. All right, should we give it another minute and then we'll get started? I was here last time. Yay! Yay for coming back. Hey, Regina. Yay! So I'm glad that people are coming back for more virtual tours. That's great. We have some more up our sleeve. Not sure when we're going to schedule them yet, but it's fun to do these. So yay!
Especially for Juliana.
So fun. Love it.
For those fans who are new, Juliana is coming to us tonight from Paris, France, where it is currently 2:00 in the morning.
Good morning. I feel like Robin Williams.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Morning, Vietnam.
All right.
I'm waking up. Okay.
All right.
Well, this is so exciting. Thanks for coming, everyone. Are we ready to go ahead, or should we give it a few more minutes?
Vietnam.
Okay.
That one was me.
Gosh, you guys.
Sorry.
Technologically challenged here.
All right. I think we're good. Lori, you're going to hang on there and people in.
That's what I was doing, and I hit the wrong thing.
Okay. Well then.
It's getting there.
Okay. All right. Are we ready to go? I'm echoing again.
No.
No. All right. Why don't we get going?
All right. So welcome, everyone. We're so glad that you joined us tonight for this is our virtual tour of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Behind the Magic. So first, a little bit about who we are. I'm Juliana. This is Jennifer.
Hello.
And Lori. And we're hosts of the weekly podcast, Mouse Moms. You can find us on your favorite streaming platform with new content we release every Wednesday. We are also the owners of Kingdom and Cruise Travel. We specialize in theme park destinations, and we've visited Universal and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter between us, 3 times this year alone?
Yeah.
With more to come, for sure. So we're really excited to share with you some of the things that we found. So let's dig in. If you have any questions throughout our presentation, be sure to let us know in the comments, and we'll get to them as we go. So here's how it's going to work tonight. We're going to take a tour through Diagon Alley, Hogsmeade, and Hogwarts. We'll give you some insider tips and secrets to look for on your next visit. And we'll also throw in some fun facts and general tips for visiting the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. That's hard to say, Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So what other tricks and magic do we have up our sleeves? If you've been with us for one of these before, you know that we like to do a little trivia, of course. So when you'd like to answer a question, just go ahead and do that in the comments as well. And if you want to chime in about anything, just go ahead and throw it in the chat. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
All right. So first, just a little bit of history. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter spans 2 of the theme parks at Universal Orlando. So it's Islands of Adventure, which is sort of top left of your screen, and Universal Studios Florida. And so it's themed to the Harry Potter media franchise, as you know, adapting elements from the film series as well as all of the books from by J.K. Rowling. The first phase opened in Islands of Adventure on June 18th, 2010. And this is the area home to Hogsmeade, which is anchored by the really beautiful Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And the newer area is Diagon Alley, located in the Universal Studios theme park. It opened on July 8th, 2014. And this area is anchored by the foreboding Gringotts Bank. So tonight we're going to visit both areas, share our secrets for things to look for that go beyond the typical dining, attractions, shopping, which is all great. So we're going to start with Universal Studios and enter and explore Diagon Alley. Welcome to London. Our first stop is London, just outside the entrance to Diagon Alley. There's a row of houses on Grimmauld Place. Stand outside number 12 Grimmauld Place, which, as you might know, is the home of Sirius Black. There it is, number 12. Stand out there long enough, take a peek upstairs at those second floor curtains, watch them part, and catch a glimpse of, oh, he's so creepy, Creature, the house elf leering and looking down at you. All right, so we're going to continue, maybe, on our tour. Walking in the direction of King's Cross Station, where you'll see the night bus, if you remember. What movie was that? I don't remember. The night bus parked near the large fountain. Make sure you stop and chat with the conductor, Stan Shunpike, and Dre Head, the Shrunken Head.
Hey, hello. Hey, hello. Hey, what's your name over there, miss?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's your name?
Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Jennifer. I see the way you're looking at me, but I got bad news, Jennifer.
What?
I'm already taken. Yeah, as you can see, I'm taken from the neck down. Jennifer.
The rest of you is fair game?
That's it.
All right.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm always looking for somebody. Well, you know, yeah, I'm looking for my other half. Well, my other 7/8.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Thank you, Chris and Mariah. It is The Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm sorry that I forgot that. All right. So moving along through London, you'll come across an iconic red telephone booth. This one looks like any other prop phone box. It looks really fake, almost too fake. So you got to go in there, check it out, pick up the phone, dial Magic, MAGIC, and you will hear a message from the Ministry of Magic. We're not going to tell you what they said, though. You'll have to go and check it out yourself. All right. So there are actually 2 entrances to Diagon Alley, but neither one is well marked at all because we're muggles and we're not supposed to know about what goes on in this area of London where for witches and wizards. And they certainly don't need a street sign. So the passageway back by Grimmauld Place will lead you to the main shopping courtyard in Diagon Alley. But for today's tour, we want this next entrance. It is also not marked, but it's cleverly hidden right in plain sight. You'll know you're close when it looks like you've arrived in London. You'll see a big sign announcing King's Cross Station and the red British phone box that we just visited outside. So cast your mind back to the very first Harry Potter movie and that famous scene where Hagrid introduces Harry to Diagon Alley for the first time, and he taps his pink umbrella on the sequence of bricks, and the wall of bricks shuffle around to make this gateway to the bustling Diagon Alley. Fun fact, at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, there are a total of 7,456 bricks used in this Diagon Alley entrance, weighing more than 37,000 pounds. All right, so our first landmark in Diagon Alley is on your left, the Leaky Cauldron. In the books, you'll know that it's the longstanding London pub and inn frequented by members of the wizarding community, and it serves as sort of like a portal or gateway between the Muggle world and Diagon Alley. It's also a place to eat when you're there, and the menu is just traditional sort of British fare. So check out the sign here. Look really closely. It actually does leak. So there's the cauldron actually sits on the hearth in the Leaky Cauldron. That one's fine, but this one actually does leak. The sign over the entrance is like a wrought iron sign with a witch and a brewing cauldron, and whatever she's brewing actually comes out. And there is always a puddle on the ground underneath it. My daughter pointed out, not always, Mom, when it's raining, you can't see that puddle. Thank you. All right, so just across the way from the Leaky Cauldron, you'll see the Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes store. And notice this animatronic Weasley. You'll know he's a Weasley, right? Because he's got that famous red hair. He looks like he's just tipping his hat and wriggling his eyebrows. But if you watch really carefully, you'll see that periodically a little white rabbit pops out of the hat and then disappears again. And he flaps his ears. It's so cute. All right, so go ahead and enter the store. This one is actually, they're all really, really cool. You can hear the music. Well, the music that you can hear when you're in there is actually the very same music that's played in the background of the movie when they're in the store. But here again, make sure you look up. You might see that horrible Professor Dolores Umbridge in her signature pink riding back and forth on a unicycle. And if you listen carefully, you'll hear her shouting. Thank you. She will have order. All right. So connected to the shop is the store Quality Quidditch Supplies. And speaking of Quidditch, we're going to start with our first piece of trivia. So what position does Harry Potter play on the Quidditch team? Anyone? Anyone? This is an easy one. Okay. You know who said that? Who said you did?
It's me.
All right. He is. Watch me mess this up.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you. He is the Seeker. Sarah got it right. Points for Sarah. Woohoo! That one is pretty easy, but so I thought I'd throw in another one. What happens to Harry when I think he gets hit by a bludger, right? And he breaks his arm during a Quidditch match, and Professor Lockhart tries to fix it. He loses all his bones. Woohoo, Brady, that's right. And he has to go into the hospital wing and have them regrown, and it's super painful. So he gets to eat. What is it? Doesn't he get to eat like chocolate or something? Oh, no, that was something else. Sorry, I'm getting all my Harry Potter facts confused. It's too early. All right, so continue up through the main thoroughfare toward the bank. On your left, you'll come to Madame Malkin's Robes for All Occasions shop. And you can try anything on in this store, and make sure that you do and stop in front of the mirror because it talks. But be warned, she does not always have nice things to say.
I dare say you are one of the few people who can pull off that look successfully.
Unless you're Lori, apparently. She likes Lori. She said, I dare say you are one of the few people that can pull that look off. All right. So across the street, you will find my favorite, the infamous Ollivanders wand shop. This, of course, is where witches and wizards come to get their most essential wizarding item, which is their wand. So you might recall that Harry was chosen by a wand of holly and phoenix feather. So what is the significance of this wand and its parts? Wait a second. All right, Melissa, it shares the feather with Voldemort's wand. It's Voldemort's twin. There you go. It is the sister wand or the brother wand to the one that killed his parents and nearly killed him as a young child.
We've got some fans on here.
I know.
Right?
I love it.
Exciting.
I know. I'm embarrassed of my mistakes. I have read all of these books twice and seen the movies countless times, been there, and I'm buzzing on the details. It's 2 a.m. Bear with me.
Yeah, we'll forgive you.
Thank you. So the shop really, really is. It's so cool. You'll see boxes towering floor to ceiling with wands for everyone. Every possible witch and wizard's got their wands sitting in there waiting for them. Because remember, the wand chooses the wizard. And you can actually have a wand chosen for you by signing up for this separate experience. You can sign up to actually have one of Ollivander's assistants let a wand choose you. And you will seriously feel like you're in the movies. Check out Jen.
No to all kind of wands are the same, just as no two unicorns, dragons, or phoenixes are quite the same. But you will never get such good results with another wizard's wand. Let us begin. That's made of vines 15 inches. It's rather bendy. The dragon can't wand. All right, come get the wand and go back to that spot, please. I would like you to water those flowers up there for me by waving your wand at them and saying, Aguamenti.
Aguamenti. Sorry.
Interesting. But not exactly what we were looking for. Thank you, everyone. We're getting close. Curious. I wonder. Why not? Curious indeed, one thing is love, 15 inches, is excellent for a wizard who is loving and creative, for protection and healing, and with a unicorn or your charismatic charm would help you on your way. Please allow my assistant to answer all of your questions. Explain your wand options, but don't forget, this wand has chosen you. You will never get such good results with another wizard's wand.
It's the cutest video ever. Have you ever seen a grown person so excited in a theme park? Yes, all of us. So you can actually choose to purchase this wand, by the way. I wanted to point that out. But let's move on to our next trivia question. What is the name of the spell that a witch or wizard must use to make someone forget? Anyone? Is this a trick question? While we're waiting for you guys to answer, so Aaron asked, how do you sign up for that experience? So it changes a little bit, Lori, right?
Yeah.
Like what happened when you were there last?
So it changes. So when Jen, Julianne and I were there in October, you went behind and you could sign up for a time. When I was there in January, they just had a super long line. So it's the first thing you went to. But then I heard 4 weeks after I left, they changed it again. And now they're doing signups for times. So regardless, I think you got to go in the morning and just find out how it's being done.
Right.
So,
right. If they're doing signups, it's great because you don't have to wait in line to enter the store.
Correct.
So no, there is not an extra charge for the experience. The experience is completely free. There is no obligation to purchase the wand, but you do again then have the option to purchase the wand. And Melissa, you're brilliant. It is Obliviate. Strong work. It's a good one. All right. So your wand actually comes with a map of Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, and with points on the map where you can actually use the wand to perform spells yourself.
Yes. And so how do you do that? So as you're walking throughout the park, whether it's Diagon Alley or Hogsmeade, you will see these golden medallions scattered all over the place on the ground. Look for these markings on the map and try your hand at the spell that's on the map, but it's also on these medallions, and see what happens. This is one of our favorites. So in addition to the 24 spell locations that are on the map, there are a few secret wand locations that are not on the map. And here again is one of our favorites. As you can see, when you wave your wand in the certain formation in front of this parchment, you can see different words appear out of nowhere, and every time you do it, a new phrase appears. So try your hand at that. So let's move on now around the corner to the Magical Menagerie. This is home to all sorts of magical creatures. Inside the store, you can find measles, like in the photo above, Cornish pixies, pygmy puffs, and the crumple-horned snorkack, which is Luna Lovegood's favorite fantastical creature, just to name a few. Let's take a look around the store. And this, of course, is that snorkack, which is Luna Lovegood's favorite. It's really cool to just take your time and walk around and see what you can find. Ooh. Sorry, I have more. So speaking of Luna Lovegood's favorite creature, the crumple-horned snorkack, did you know that she searches the world for this animal, but she never actually finds one? J.K. Rowling admitted to the actress that played Luna that this fantastical beast isn't actually real in the books, and it's likely just a delusion of Xenophilius Lovegood. And the story goes that when Ivana Lynch saw the snorkack for the first time in the store, she tweeted that she paid her respects and felt enlightened. So, yay. I love
We've
that.
already got, people have already seen the next trivia question. We're already getting answers.
Come on,
Show-offs.
All right, so yes, what is the language that Harry has in common with serpents? That's right, it is Parseltongue. You will find this creepy snake also on the side of that Magical Menagerie store. And when you go and speak to him, he will speak to you in both Parseltongue and English, but be careful. Don't let anyone hear you speaking to a snake because they will think that you have dark magic in your blood.
That's so creepy. So Chris is clearing up for us that Parseltongue is the language, but a person who can speak it is called a parcel mouth. Thank you, Chris. That is exactly right.
Show off.
Right.
Show off.
All right. So when you return back outside from that dark alley by the Magical Menagerie, you will see Florian Fortescue's ice cream parlor. Not that. Here's your next trivia question. Butterbeer is the drink enjoyed by students of Hogwarts when visiting Diagon Alley. It's kind of a cross between cream soda and butterscotch, but how many types of butterbeer are available at any given time to try out in the wizarding world of Harry Potter? And we have tried 1, 2, 3. I've tried 4 of them.
Really?
Oh, I just gave sort of an answer away. There's definitely more than 4.
This one's a little trickier because you have to have been to the Wizarding World rather than, read and watched.
Yes, but it's a good piece of information.
Chris says 5. That is more than 4. Higher, Bob.
There are actually 6. So you can try your Butterbeer hot, cold, frozen, which is my favorite, in a soft serve ice cream form over here at Florian Fortescue's Ice Cream Parlor. You can also get it in fudge, and you can also get it potted Butterbeer, which they serve in the 2 restaurants in these areas. So how many will you try?
All of them.
So right next to the ice cream parlor, you'll see that you can easily miss the hardly marked entrance to Nocturne Alley. This, of course, is the area for dark magic, and it is quite literally dark. If you have your wand and map and would like to practice some dark arts, note that Nocturne Alley section of the map can only be read if you place it under a black light. Luckily, you can find plenty of black lights in the depths of Nocturne Alley. So take your time exploring Nocturne Alley. Notice all the intimidating moving wanted posters hanging around everywhere. And definitely, you're not going to want to miss one of the coolest spells in all of Diagon Alley that you can do with your wand. It is the Dancing Skeleton spell, and it makes a seemingly stationary skeleton projection come to life and mimic your movements. Just totally cool. So this is another cool spell that you can try out in Nocturne Alley. Try making these shrunken heads speak gibberish and then see what they think about that. They have opinions.
This is magical harassment. Someone call the patrol.
So if you remember, when you're continuing exploring these areas of Nocturne Alley and the dark arts, you have to make your way to the shop Bergen and Burke's. This definitely is worth a visit, especially for this dark magic vibe. It has a special significance throughout the Harry Potter series as the main shop for the dark arts. In the Half-Blood Prince, the shop houses the Vanishing Cabinet, which is what Draco Malfoy uses to let Bellatrix Lestrange and the Death Eaters into Hogwarts. You can find the Vanishing Cabinet at Borgin and Burke's, and when you listen carefully, you'll hear a trapped bird chirping inside. This is the very same bird that Malfoy uses to test whether or not he could sneak Death Eaters into Hogwarts. Let's take a listen. Did you hear it? So also, if you remember back to the books, after being denied the Defense Against the Dark Arts position the first time, Tom Riddle worked here at Borgin and Burke's, and he used this position to find items that he would later use as Horcruxes. So take your time looking around the shop. About 90% of the props on the second level of Borgin and Burke's come straight out of the films. So really take your time exploring. It's pretty cool. Such a fun fact. Diagon Alley was actually built where the fan favorite attraction at Universal Studios, Jaws, used to be. This might explain then why there is a set of Jaws beyond the jars of herbs and potions at Mulpepper's Apothecary that's also in this area. Another fun fact, if you look very closely at the Muggle Record Shop, which is on the street in London outside of Diagon Alley, you'll see that there is a record on display in the window that features the hit song, Here's to Swimmin' with Bow-Legged Women, which was a direct quote from the movie Jaws. Again, both things are paying homage to this really fan favorite attraction that is no longer there because it was replaced with Diagon Alley. Sorry. When you make your way out of Nocturne Alley, you'll find yourself again by the Leaky Cauldron. Look up the street toward the bank. This is my most favorite view in Diagon Alley. Be sure to stand there long enough to admire the view of the bank and also to admire the fire-breathing dragon that is perched atop. I love that. That's my most favorite. So much that I'm going to play it again. The attraction inside that bank is Escape from Gringotts. That is not to be missed. And as in most of this area, much of the wow factor is found in the queue. This attraction is basically taken directly from that insane sequence in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, when Harry and his friends go into the depths of Gringotts Bank and find themselves on a wild escape atop a Ukrainian iron belly dragon. It is awesome. Take a look at a small snippet of that ride. We won't give anything away, I promise.
So, welcome to Gringotts. Perfectly safe. We've got the Hogwarts. You really need to get out of here. I'll send you a hit score that to get you to a wall to take it. We got you, let's go. I know you've seen Harry Potter. He was in your book, Bellatrix. I'll take a look at you, Mother Woman. Is everyone okay? You still want to go to the account? After all, it's the safest place on earth.
Hope you still want to open an account. At the exit of this attraction, you can't miss Wiseacre's wizarding equipment. As you're shopping, make sure you look up and you'll find this barometer on display. This barometer was the real prop that was used in 2 of the Harry Potter movies, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. It was one of the many mysterious objects in Professor Dumbledore's office in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and it was also spotted in the Room of Requirement, that's a tongue twister, in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So definitely take your time looking around here as well. Continue our walking tour, making a quick stop around the corner at Gringotts Money Exchange, which is different than the bank. Be sure to try to interrupt the goblins' money counting and see what happens. Do you know where Harry Potter is?
I do not concern myself with the whereabouts of the bank's customers, no matter how long.
Oh. Well, thank you. Have a lovely day.
No.
All right. Saving the best for last here. Yeah. All right. Let's finally make our way out of Diagon Alley and head right into the heart of London, where we'll be going to King's Cross Station and boarding the Hogwarts Express to Hogsmeade. Fun tip, secrets of the wizarding world stay in the wizarding world. The platform agents at King's Cross are muggles, and as muggles, they aren't supposed to know anything about what happens in Diagon Alley. Try to engage them, ask them about how to get to platform 9 3/4. All right, make sure to take a look at the schedules that are listed in the King's Cross train timetable. They're actually trains and times from UK. Make sure you also notice this sign. It is a perfume ad inside of King's Cross Station. It's just like the one that that you see in the Half-Blood Prince film. All right, let's board the Hogwarts Express. Keep in mind for some housekeeping information for your visit, you may only ride the Hogwarts Express if you purchase the park-to-park option with your ticket. Also keep in mind that your experience on the train will be different each leg of your ride, so make sure that you do a round trip. Now let's hop on the Hogwarts Express.
Okay. Of real Dementors on the Hogwarts Express. Foul, miserable creatures. Something from the trolley, dear. I say you'd earned it.
Now, Brexit, Hogsmeade Station.
All right, welcome to Hogsmeade. As you disembark the train in Hogsmeade, you'll immediately see the enchanting village in front of you with the snow-capped roofs and charming shops. Fun tip, if you know your Hogwarts house, find a cast member wearing your house colors and ask them to teach you the secret house handshake. If you don't know your Hogwarts house, there are sorting hats for sale, or take a quiz online before your trip. Be sure to stop by Honeyduke's for some Birdie Bots every flavored beans or some chocolate frogs. All right, here's our next trivia question. What flavor bean did Professor Dumbledore eat at Harry's hospital bedside in Harry Potter's Sorcerer's Stone? Oh, we got a few answers in.
Look at these fans.
Right? They know it.
Wow.
I know. So yes, they are correct. The flavor was earwax.
Can't we stump you guys?
I know. Nothing.
Well, they didn't know the Butterbeer, but
I was going to say they also do have Google on their hands. So.
Oh, cheaters.
Right?
Okay.
I think they're just fans.
I think they're just fans.
All right. Our next stop is the Three Broomsticks. While you're enjoying a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks, also check out Hogshead Pub, which is connected, and try some of the unique brews made exclusively for the wizarding world of Harry Potter. There's a dragon scale, which is an amber, a wizard's brew, which is a stout with a hint of chocolate. And if you're not a beer fan like myself, you can get an exclusive fire whiskey. Try it mixed with a Strongbow cider. Also, we wanted to give you another fun tip that don't mention he who should not be named to any residents at the Wizarding World, or do mention Voldemort and see what happens when his name is spoken out loud. On your way out of the pub and restaurant, stop in the ladies' room, if you're able to, and listen for Moaning Myrtle. Here is a video of myself hearing Myrtle.
Stop making fun of me, but I love to.
That one's just for the ladies.
I was gonna say it's super cute. It's super, super cute for the ladies. All right, looking across the street now, you'll see the popular Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. We cannot continue this tour without acknowledging just how amazing this ride is. Seriously, it's like top ride for me ever. Fly deep into the wilds of the Forbidden Forest, beyond the grounds of the Hogwarts Castle, and on a thrilling roller coaster ride that plunges into the paths of some of the Wizarding World's rarest magical creatures. Right outside of Hagrid's, you'll see the Owl Post. Here's another fun fact for you. If you send your own mail stamped, you can send your own mail stamped with a Hogsmeade postmark from there. For some extra magic, hang around the Howl Post for long enough and you'll hear a howler explode at some unfortunate soul. All right, head over next door to the shop, Dervish and Bangs, where you can find an array of magical supplies and wizarding equipment. Here you'll find Hagrid's favorite, the Monster Book of Monsters on display. See what happens when you get close, or throw your children there too. Back across the street at Scrivenshaft Quill Shop, look into the shop window where you'll see a magic quill that records the birth of every wizard or witch with the potential to attend Hogwarts. You can see the special roll of parchment in the window. If you watch long enough, you may see the quill recording the name of a new wizarding baby that has been born into the wizarding world. Check it out. All right. While you're going around all these cool shops, keep in mind that nearly all of the Horcruxes are available for purchase at the parks. The only ones missing are the Helga's Hufflepuff's cup and Harry himself. The locket, ring, Tom Riddle's diary, a stuffed Nagini, and even Rowena Ravenclaw's bedazzled crown are for sale. Finally, we get to the piece de resistance of all of Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. This attraction houses probably the most exciting secrets of Harry Potter fandom. Inside is the ride Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. This ride is a motion-based dark ride that takes guests through the scenes and environments in and around Hogwarts Castle from the Harry Potter series of books and films. Please be warned that all three of us got motion sickness on this ride. So even if you don't plan to ride this ride, please make sure that you walk through the queue. You're going to want to do this. You literally walk through Hogwarts during the queue, and the entire line is just like one giant Easter egg of fun things to discover.
Thanks, Chris. Chris pointed out it is not a crown, but a diadem. Yes, it is.
Thank you, Chris. Diadem was hard to say after all the other Harry Potter words I was trying to come out with. So appreciate that one, Chris.
Wow.
You struck a nerve, Chris. You struck a nerve.
You really did. I don't think you're going to be at the top for the Mouse Moms contributors coming up next week. All right. Among the fandom to admire, you will see the Mirror of Erised, as the first scene in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone and the famous Sorting Hat. We love all the moving paintings on the walls in the gallery. There are so many that this is one of our favorites. This one is my favorite. It is the fat lady, the portrait who guards the entrance to Gryffindor Tower. She is always demanding the password from her students as well. Take a listen.
I asked some of you to carry my picture down to this house. My house never stopped at all about his Quidditch skills. I'd really rather see for myself. Come on. Just tell me.
Be sure to stop by and listen at the potions classroom door to hear poor Neville getting a lecture on how to properly cast the spell. All right, last but not least, we cannot end this Wizarding World tour without seeing Harry Potter himself and his brave and loyal sidekicks, Ron and Hermione.
We thought you might rather watch the game of Quidditch than listen to Beds, but we'll have to sneak you out of the castle and down to the pitch, and we reckon the best way of doing that is to fly you there.
All you have to do is follow these rules requirements, and I'll manage it from there. Of course, we'll need a bit of magic. A charm I learned from a world-class Quidditch player.
I might just take this for the time.
Yes. Miss Rogers for Cantor.
It's just about to do. Remember, meet Hermione in the room of quiet.
All right. I hope you guys learned some facts and some cool little tidbits for walking around the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on our tour of the magic behind the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Hopefully you've learned some secrets that you can share with your friends and family and impress them on your next visit. As a reminder, we host a weekly podcast, The Mouse Moms, which can be found on all of your favorite streaming platforms with new content released every Wednesday. And we are also the owners of Kingdom and Cruise Travel, so we can most certainly help you plan your next getaway to Universal, Disney, and beyond. Our services are free, so let us know how we can help. We'd love to stay around. Any questions you guys have? I know we addressed majority of the ones that were asked, but if you guys have other questions, let us know. I know we went through a lot of little different facts, but there might be questions on how to do it, where to go, that type of stuff. So we'll hang around for a little bit.
Yeah,
but
or
thanks,
if you guys have any tips that we missed or something that you noticed in the park, let us know. We're not too proud.
No.
I don't know if the house handshakes are still being done with COVID. I would assume no.
No.
But ask them anyway. Maybe they'll be able to show you without touching you.
I was just going to say they should be able to show you it without physically doing it. So maybe they are. I mean, I think they could.
Report back to us and maybe you'll earn your spot back in the top distributor.
Well, I had so much fun. Thank you all so much for joining us.
We had a good turnout. This is great. It's always fun. If you have any ideas of what you would like our next virtual tour to be, we have some ones that we've been kicking around, but challenge accepted. Oh, Chris. But definitely let us know. You can let us know in the comments. You can let us know. You can message us. We're always looking for some fun ideas because these are fun to do, especially at 2 o'clock in the morning, right?
It'll be ending soon. I think this is your last 2 o'clock in the morning one.
Yeah, I'll be home soon.
I'm not crying.
I'm not crying either.
All right. Well, it looks like we don't have any questions, which I think we did a good job then. Yay.
Yay.
All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. As Lori said, if you have any questions about Universal or Disney and beyond, certainly reach out to us. All of our planning is absolutely free to you. and we'd be happy to do it. As you can see, we're super, super knowledgeable about our theme parks, and we're enthusiastic as well, and we would love to help you love these parks as much as we hope we convey that we do as well. So thank you so much. Have a lovely evening. Thanks for tuning in. Let us know what you want to see next. And yay, everybody's excited to visit. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.